It's happening, guys. It is happening. It
So
hasn't
I,
been. Wait, what?
I'm
I
sorry
had
to
a whole
interrupt
thing.
you.
I had a whole thing I was gonna say.
I get it, but I got to interrupt you because I just got this just in. I got a notification from my sources that I can't let you guys know who. It seems like Pochettino is the real thing.
Okay, it's
Um,
official. It's official. I think by the time that this is posted, it'll be official news. But we wanted to jump on. It hasn't been this exciting. We haven't had this much excitement since Paul Revere's Midnight Ride in 1775. It's historical fact for you, Juan.
yeah, I did. I wasn't in history class. I don't know what you're talking
Two,
about.
two if by land, one if by sea, or I probably have
Okay,
that backwards. I can't remember.
so
No,
so
it's
here's
one if by land, two if by
okay.
sea.
So let me retract something too because I talked a lot of about me not wanting him as a USA coach.
Yeah.
All right. The truth is, I like him too much, and if this is a third thing that he eats the bed at,
Yeah.
um, I'm gonna feel really sad, man, because I really like Pochettino. And coming to a USA team, right? We're not
hmm
known to be, you know,
Yeah, I mean, he has
we're
a
we're no
big
we're no
task.
we're no Argentina, Brazil. Like there's we're not top 10. You know what I mean?
All right, let's unpack. Let's unpack real quick because we don't have that much time. So by the time of this recording, it's official that Mauricio Pochettino is going to be the next U.S. men's national team's head coach. With that comes a lot of so it's a big burden. It's a big responsibility. I couldn't be more invested in this than ever. I
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
have pictured it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
crazy invested. I'm nervous because I want him to do well personally, but I also like want the team to do it. So there's a big I'm in a glass case of emotion. There's a lot going on. Help me unpack it, dude. Tell me what is like the first thing that he will have to iron out in this team to be successful.
First things first, he's obviously gonna have to pick out his squad, right? So
And
that means
he's particular. He knows
yeah,
he
yeah,
has a
yeah.
certain
So that
style
that
of
means
playing.
there means some favorites that some of us love to see that necessarily still play on the team. Like let's say this is just an example. Zimmerman, right? He might not be there anymore. Players that are not necessarily performing. He's honest about it. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So if players like right now, let's say for example as well, McKinney's not in favor at Juventus.
hmm
So that means he's not if he can't find a club in the next couple of weeks,
hmm
obviously he's staying at Juventus, but he's not getting PT.
So
So
possibly
then
not
what
playing on the national
so
team. Yeah.
yeah, Pochettino's not one of those to be like, "Hey, you're not,
hmm
um
Unless he does play well though, because I don't think he's an unfair coach, but he demands a lot. He's very well known to like literally bury his players in the ground with how hard he trains and what he wants, and not a lot of teams can handle it. That's why towards the end of his stay at Tottenham, nobody was really too happy anymore with kind of how things were going because they were overworked, and so it was like a whole other. There was a combination of things why it didn't end well there. But he's still beloved by at least by me and by everyone. Really, everyone kind of if it wasn't going to be Ange, it was going to be him, and nobody was
mhm, mhm.
not too unhappy about that. Everybody was pretty thrilled about that. About
Well,
that, but
I think another positive we can honestly say is that he'll give the team an identity.
hmm
He's not confused about what he wants out of these
right,
players,
right,
right?
right, yeah,
Just so you guys know, if you guys aren't familiar, he will have us as a counter-attacking team,
hmm
which we have fast
high
players.
press.
We have fast players up there. We have a player like Balogun, big in size, that can hold the ball, um, kind of do like a Kane-esque thing. Obviously, I know he's not Kane, but he'll show them how to possession of the ball, sit back, weather the defense, which our defense is what makes us look shaky at times. Um, but all in all, I'm pretty happy that the U.S. governing board decided to pick a big name profile coach like this and grab an MLS coach. If I'm being really honest,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Um, I think if
And that's not
they
shitting on
really,
MLS coaches right now, right? But let's be
mhm.
honest, he's coached in Europe, and even
Yeah, I
MLS
mean,
coaches can say that, hey, yeah, I want to coach in Europe, not MLS.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
Yeah, all the news articles I'm seeing here, um, it's all being reported that there's agreements going, there's talks happening, and he's agreed. It's just about kind of making it official.
don't worry
So
about the posts and all that stuff like that. My inside source says that they're nailing out the contracts.
they're
Um,
hammering out the
they're
salary,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know,
his
he's he's
vacation days, and everything.
he's got particulars. You know what I mean? So, um,
Before I let you go, dude, um, what does realistic success look like for him and our team moving forward, given the things that are coming up, the tournaments that are coming up, obviously the World Cup that's coming up. What does genuine, honest success look like? Because
well, right now,
we're not going to say
let's
they're going to win the World Cup, but
no.
what does success look like for
Okay,
this team?
for right now, they need to be number one in our region. Um, we can
Undisputed number one.
we can honestly say that Canada's better than us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, at least in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
they're better put together. They look better in the Copa America. Um,
I
they
mean,
went
yeah,
fur.
our Copa America,
They
our
went
Copa
further.
America, yeah, our Copa America journey was really shaky.
On paper, do we look better than Canada? Sure, on paper, but they
Mm-hmm.
went
Mm-hmm.
further than us. They actually made some noise and made it tough for teams that kind of bodied us.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's number one, right? He needs to
Mm-hmm.
establish that we're a
Mm-hmm.
powerhouse now. Number two,
Mm-hmm.
um, he needs to make us competitive, right? When
Mm-hmm.
teams get U.S. on the list, they don't necessarily are are afraid of us. You know what I mean?
And who's they specifically? Like
Well,
the rest of the world, technically.
yeah, the rest of the world. Let's say like a Brazil gets us, Argentina, Spain, France, England. They're not
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
necessarily being like, "Damn, this is going to be a tough game,"
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's my idea of success, right? Where they come to you and they're like, "Damn, this isn't going to be easy." I've never once heard that anywhere to be like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
um, so."
That's what success looks
And
like for sure.
and yeah, yeah, and I
To
it's
be
not that we don't.
competitive, right?
Yeah,
To be
yeah, and it's
competitive.
not that we don't have the talent. It's just I genuinely think we're missing the coaching around it. If I'm being really
Mm-hmm.
honest,
Mm-hmm.
so I think with this coach, and the talent that we have, the talent also emerging because we still got younger kids too. Um, USA should be something to fuck with now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Uh, I'm excited. I'm just really. I think what I'm most excited about is their play style be different because I've
mhm,
been so bored with how they've been playing for the last
mhm,
couple of years
mhm.
that I'm so stoked at how they're going to be set up to play now because I love the way that they played. Well, how Tottenham played because I didn't watch PSG when he was a coach, and I sure as hell wasn't watching Chelsea. But he got Chelsea better too, which is crazy that. But I think he quit though, right? That was like the thing that
It was like a
he quit.
mutual sign off type of thing.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling it. So besides all those things, though, I know that his coaching style is something that's really, at least for me, beautiful to watch. I like the way that his teams play. So that's what I'm most excited about. But then, of course, the fearful thing, like I said before, is being invested because I want him personally to do well, but I want the team to do well. And the USA national team isn't, let's say, for lack of better words, um, they're not, we're shaky. We're a little shaky. So it could be a lost cause too, where it's like
Hmm, hmm.
even he can't come and help and change the way they play mentally or anything. It could also be that. But I have faith in him though. He's not a coach that is gonna he knows how to handle egos and all that shit. He's good. He's good with
For
that.
sure,
So
for sure.
so this was our emergency pod. I just want to thank you, Juan, for coming. out from your bat cave at this late hour to come talk to me.
Mhm.
Super exciting stuff. I want to thank everyone again who's been watching and who's subscribed to us and comments to us. Please continue to do so. It really does help us out. And I'll talk to you in the next one, dude.
Later, guys.
Bye, everybody. Suck it, man. All right.